In this year's union budget, the government hiked capex outlay for 2023-24 by 33% to 10 trillion rupees. This increase in budget allocation for infrastructure development clearly reflects India's ambition to accelerate its economic activity. But is this government push giving the desired result? Maybe not if we go by a government report. The flash report on central sector projects by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation and Infrastructure and Project Monitoring Division says that several big projects in India, which are pegged at 150 crore rupees or more, have been behind the schedule. The June 2023 report suggests that out of the 1,643 central sector infrastructure projects costing 150 crore rupees or more, 815 are running behind schedule, and of them 393 projects have overrun the cost too. The report also points out that out of 815 delayed projects, 36% have been delayed for a period of 25 to 16 months, and 17% of the projects have been delayed for more than 16 months. The average delay for these projects is 37.49 months. Projects like building a highway from Indo-Myanmar border to Aizawl as part of the Kaladan multi-modal transit transport project and building a prototype of fast breeder reactor at Bhavini are some of the delayed projects in the list with a delay of more than 12 years. The expected original cost for all the projects was 23.86 trillion rupees, but it has now shot up to 28.51 trillion rupees. So why do projects get delayed?
These days, at least in transportation, they've made it mandatory that unless you have 90% of land acquisition, you cannot start the execution, which is a good strategy. And that is actually bringing the time overruns also under control largely. But the list you're talking about, I'm sure, is a historic list. A lot of these projects, 8-10 years old, etc., etc. So first, the way from where I look at it, from my perspective, the biggest problem is the acquisition of land for developing the piece of infrastructure. Number one. Number two is your permissions, especially from the ecosystem side of it. Your permissions, and not just permissions, but also getting people to agree. For example, Bandra-Worli Sea Link had to go through a huge problem because the fisher folks said during the course of execution that their livelihoods would be taken away if this bridge is constructed. The new airport of Mumbai is almost 20 years delayed because once again the same reason.
You see, these are not only central projects, but state governments are also involved. And when we envisage a project, normally there is, like, you look at the fast rail project from the bullet train from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, you will see that the land acquisition in Gujarat state has happened, but still the land acquisition in Maharashtra has not happened, due to which not only a delay takes place, but a cost overrun also takes place. Secondly, what happens with the government of India, there are many agencies involved. Sometimes there's NBCC, sometimes there's CPWD or PWD, and the Ministry of Housing, Urban Affairs, and the ministry involved in the project. It may be the road transport ministry, it may be the Ministry of Housing, it may be the Jal Shakti ministry, where we are looking at Jal Shakti Abhiyan projects. So as you see that many agencies are involved, and therefore once a project is awarded to a company like Larsen & Toubro or any company, Shapurji Palunji, the land acquisition takes a lot of time because, for example, you look at the airport coming up in Ulve in Maharashtra, close to Bombay, in Navi Bombay. Now, there are different municipal corporations involved, the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the Sitco Municipal Corporation. So you see, because of that, because of many agencies being involved, it takes a lot of time to acquire land.
In an exclusive interview to Business Standard, Larsen & Toubro's outgoing chairman, Anil N. Naik, blamed what he called broken tendering system for the delays. Citing an example, Naik said that big contracts are divided into separate packages and then the contracts are awarded to multiple companies. He claimed that while big firms like L&T finish construction in time, other less experienced players are left behind, and it results in the entire project falling behind. He also claimed that many a time less qualified companies win projects just by quoting the lowest figure, but they fail to complete them in time. But some experts disagree.
QCBS, which means it's a quality cum quantity bid. Obviously, it's a competitive environment. And in this environment, there is this QCBS kind of contracts are existing, which means that you are given marks on your quality also, on your experience as well. So the point that a naive and a absolutely no experienced guy will come and bid you out, etc., rarely happens.
So how can the tender process be fixed?
Are they being monitored for quality checks? Are they being monitored for the time frame that they are supposed to be delivered in? And therefore, it's very important that government has to participate with the contracting agency to make sure that all help is given to them, both locally and from the center. My request to the government of India is that do not look at only L1, look at the capability of a contractor and make sure then the project is executed. Work with the contractor. Government has to handhold me. I am a partner of the government in executing a project for the government, whether state or central. And I think we need to have a system where I cannot go to a court of law and delay the project.
Clearly, better coordination between agencies involved in any project will indeed help. Releasing money on time for the projects, preparing plans with the consultation of other contractors involved are some of the steps that the government can take to make sure that the projects are completed in time.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
She's working her way to the corner office. Business Standard.